Hello, good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening as the two legends of Rangers Radio without an agenda. Bridgeman and Fox. Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening, guys. How do you know I've not got an agenda?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You started up the Ox, yeah?
Well,
can I just say
agenda is, Bridge.
I know. I can tell you that right now. Can I just say a huge good evening to you guys? Big good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening from all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Yeah, I would just check my fridge today. That's 8 fridge magnets you've given me, Fridge.
A couple of them have been a mistake. Obviously, some of the boys in the lobby are going to claim them.
Right, okay.
So it's nothing to do with me. When I see them, I'll tell them you've got them.
All right, okay. 8 fridge magnets. What different ones? You still not get yours, Fox?
No. I don't use fridge magnets. I've not got a fridge, mate.
He's just a babe magnet, Fridge.
I can't supply any of them, that's for sure.
Anyway, it's their show. There's nothing on our agenda this evening, Fox, as you well know. We need people to phone in and talk about subjects because the news hasn't started to roll. What's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or you can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you were brought into the call with one and only Fox to talk about anything Rangers related that you wish with.
Can I just ask a question that's Rangers related? Well, Rangers Radio related. Is Fox still in a bit of a bad mood?
When am I ever in a bad mood?
Oh, for God almighty.
I don't think it'd be right for me to comment.
Oh, you can't comment. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I couldn't possibly say. You may comment, but I couldn't possibly say.
You can take that back into it. Let's just see. He's having a dry spell, Bridge. He's having a dry spell.
I know. Dry spell, right enough. He's killing us all.
Aye, and we're suffering. We're the ones that suffer. So, Bridge, obviously you've been on holiday and that, and looking forward to the game. It's Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff, as we were saying.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to get back into my stadium. Sorry, I'm saying my stadium, but you know what I mean. Back into Ibrox, oh my God.
All right, your stand. We'll give you the stand.
Well, you know what I mean. It's just great getting in there. You know, at the present moment, it's great. You always get you're getting a lovely feeling there, and people are happy. There's loads of guys want to talk about football now and how the players are playing, all the things that you could do before, you know, and have a wee moan here and now and again about other things. But invariably, it's watching the team on the park and can we not play this way? Can we do that? And I would rather have our Katic playing instead of Worrell or vice versa, you know. So people are putting their opinions forward, and it's wonderful to listen to. Wonderful. Really interesting. Very exciting.
Football rather than off the park stuff.
Exactly. You know, they're more interested in what's happening on the pitch insofar as players are concerned. And the manager are most of the people I speak to, in fact 99% of the people I speak to, can't say a bad word about Steven Gerrard. Some of them might think, you know, from a negative perspective, they might think his selections aren't that great. Maybe his inexperience showing through. These kind of things. But everybody understands where he is and where we're coming from. And he doesn't, shall we say, he doesn't try to kid you on or pull the wool over your eyes. We believe what he's got to say. We think he's telling the truth. And that's nothing but miraculous for the Rangers, that's for sure.
An interesting point that Bridge raised there, Fox. I mean, Steven Gerrard, a bit of positivity or a bit of a debate about who should be playing, really. We've not had that for a while. Before the last few years, it wasn't who was playing, it was, oh God, before the game started, you've seen the team and some of the players, but we've got competition for places. All right, we will improve and players will come and go, but we're slowly getting there, Fox.
Sometimes it takes a bit of time, mate, to get the right pairings on the park. Those that play well together sometimes know what you have in your mind originally. I think we're going to find that out in our central defence, that there maybe be a wee change in the partnership then, there. Hopefully we can get the boy Barasic back on and out
Are you
left.
skint again, Fox? Are you skint again?
I know I couldn't get that out. So that'll be the midfield. I don't know. I think a lot of people would like to see the team that puts 7 past Motherwell, mate, maybe getting, unless there's any necessary changes, getting another run to see if they could keep that sort of momentum going. What do you think, Bridge? Would you like to see that, or would you like to bring in anywhere else?
You might have to give him the team. I mean, he was well on the drink when he was watching that game. But you did tell me that, Briggs. You did tell me that. You had some strong liquor when you were watching the game.
Oh, I love it. No, I think that when you think about it, the team that finished the 7-1 game and the team that finished that included Macaulay at centre back, and I'm assuming that the manager was happy with his performance, and he's just played for Northern Ireland.
He's in the team for me if he's fit, mate.
And that's what I'm saying. So there's another one we could see at Ibrox and see. We could maybe run the rule over. And Big Ulster's been saying he's a smashing player, does well for Northern Ireland, and he reckons he'll be a big hit for us. So I'm quite happy with that. And take the guy at his word. The boy's no stupid. I'm talking about Macaulay. He's played for, is it West Bromwich he was playing for? And he's played for them for a number of seasons and very successful as well, plus international football. So he's no fool. He's a big fella, and I know he scores a lot of goals. He scored a lot of goals in league football.
Because we sit in the posh seats, Fox, no, at Bridge, and you can see the centre half organising. Did you see a difference when Macaulay came on last week, even in a 7-1 victory? I did.
Aye, I could hear him barking out orders for the back, which is not a thing you normally pick up much coming through.
Excuse me a minute, you two. I know these things.
I mean, we started off against Motherwell, mate, with Worrell and Katic at the centre of defence. I think that'll change. I can see Goldson and probably Macaulay starting on Saturday. What do you think of that, Bridge? A complete change for...
I can't disagree with you. I've got a sneaking suspicion, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. The wee illness that the boy had, this problem with his chest. I think he was feeling things in his chest, but it was nothing to do with his operation or anything like that. He was just getting some pains in his chest, and I think he was worried about it. And I think that was affecting his game, and that's probably the reason why, because he did seem a bit off in 2 games or 3 games ago, and each time you saw him, the indecisiveness was there, and I don't know what it was. It might be that. So if indeed he's got cleared, then I would suggest, based on what we're saying, that Macaulay and Goldson would be your twin centre halves there, in my opinion. Yes, I agree with you, Fox. I think this was going to happen. I do. And I'm looking forward to seeing it.
And the middle three, Jack and Arfield played well in that game as well. I think they had their positions. I don't know about their Bridge. What do you think of that? I thought their movement was good. Yeah,
I think the way we've been playing, some of our best play from a defensive midfield out has been when Ryan Jack's been playing. He seems to be a really good player for us. Seems to do his job quietly. I don't say, as you know, Barry Ferguson, by any stretch of the imagination, he's got a couple of steps up to make to get that level. But he is a superb player, and I think we should be really happy that we got him, and the price we got him for was 0. So just tremendous stuff. What a catch for me! Absolutely brilliant. And he would always be in my team at the moment. The only person I would say that could actually work that thing at the back there from a defensive mid, and he isn't getting a game at the moment, is young McCrory, because I can see that's a position for him. It'd be nice if he could get a wee couple of runs in, rest, 20 minutes or half an hour rest, and get McCrory in there to get his game back up. I think Ryan Jack's a fabulous player for us. And I initially thought that when we brought him from Aberdeen, I thought he was going to be our captain, but it's not turned out that way.
What you're thinking in the middle there, Fox? Everybody's fit, hypothetical and all, but what's your front, your midfield three? Fox.
think they three are our best three midfielders, mate. Ajaria, still a young boy, but he's got something about him. He's strong, hard to get the ball off of, and he can be quite good going forward. I think Jack and Arfield, if they do anything like they did in the Motherwell game, be getting forward. I don't think we need a defensive midfielder at Ibrox when we're playing there, mate. As long as Taverner, and I think maybe this Saturday, I think Andy Halliday maybe hold on to his place for another week, mate, at left back. As long as they don't get too adventurous, they three can do a good job in the middle of the park for us. I think the only change might be young Glenn Middleton dropping out and Gresda going to his position and Candias coming back in. That's a change that I can see.
I don't see how you can come up with that.
You think Middleton will start again, mate?
I do. I think Middleton's a certainty to start.
Right,
but he's at Ibrox.
The big competition will be on whether, as Fox said, this Candias comes back in, and then as Grexler plays if I get man of the match. What's your midfield three then, Bridge? In your opinion?
I think the three that Fox mentioned with Ryan Jack and Ajeria, and I think, did you say Arfield, Foxy?
Aye.
So I agree with him there. I'm sure he'd said Arfield because they're playing very well, starting to get to know each other a wee bit, and there's goals coming from them. You know, both chances and goals, may I say, and that's the three I would definitely play. By the way, there's loads and loads of competition in midfield at the moment, isn't there? Really is. Really good stuff.
We're assuming that everybody's fit. I mean,
yes, of course. Sorry.
Ryan Jack's still got the Scotland team, so we don't know what he's got, how serious it is. Hopefully, he'll be fit for the weekend. But there's a blend there, Fox. Arfield, the jury's still out for me. I thought he had an excellent game against Motherwell, but over the piece, I've still got to see him consistently playing well for us. But when he does play well, he's got ability and he's intelligent. Maybe it's just that people have to get used to his runs and then he becomes a better player, Fox.
Well, he creates more danger for us when he gets into the box. I thought earlier in the season, the three midfielders were all guilty of not getting into the box because we keep the ball wide through our wingers and then put the ball in, and Alfredo's there himself. And they three need to arrive in the box, mate, to give us options instead of just Alfredo for me. I thought they'd done that against Motherwell, and that was a big improvement on the weeks before. For me, it was the most, how could you say, I thought the movement was terrific between them. Their passing was quick and sharp, and I think that's how we ended up taking most of the chances we created. And that was down to the midfield three working that hard.
I'll give you my view and then I'll pass it to you two. It'd be great to give them some colours for their view. I don't want to get carried away with a Motherwell game because I think it's not a good benchmark. We were blown hot and cold until we got the penalty and then obviously the sending off, and then we get the third goal quite quickly, and that killed the game for me as a contest. And we won easy and we played nice stuff. But I think it's difficult to judge where we are because of maybe a false result. Fox, Bridge?
Yeah, I think I can't agree with you too much on that, other than the fact that I thought we did extremely well. I thought we played very well. I'm under no illusions. I did say that at the weekend, and I said it on Monday night there when we were on. Under no illusions, we were playing against 10 men. But at the same time, that we actually destroyed them. We destroyed them to the point where they just didn't want to play football, and you could see it. And that was a big, strong, dirty team that would kick you right off the park, and they just didn't have it. Our play was, we were overrunning them play-wise. We overran them play-wise. We outsmarted them. We outpassed them. We outfought them. And really and truly, I'm very surprised that we come off the park with such few bumps and bruises. Because that's a tough team to play. So yeah, I don't agree with you. We shouldn't make it any benchmark, but I thought we played absolutely superb against them. I mean, when a team goes down to 10 men, they normally shut the door and they're playing sort of two banks of four across the back, and that's all there is to say, and you're not getting through. And they never done that, or if they did, we went through them. Those assaults.
Can I disagree with what Bridgeman said there?
I'm not disappointed with the result of the performance, don't get me wrong, but I think we've got to watch we don't put it out of context, Fox.
We've had these sort of false dawns where we have played well in one game and then the next week we don't play so well. That's how I would like to see the bulk of the team that played against Motherwell go in again, mate. As I say, there might be one or two changes, but I don't think there'll be many. And if they can do the same against Livingston, who will also be a hard team to break down, they'll definitely sit with 9 men behind the ball, possibly, mate. You know, and if we can cut them open, that'll be a good sign going forward for me.
I think playing against Livingston, back to this defensive selection, we have to watch what we're doing. We have to get it, to my opinion, we have to get it right, because that team play really high up the park, and Ibrox is just the type of pitch that they don't want to be passing the ball, because they'll be playing right into our, shall we say, right into our game. That's our strength, passing game. I think that they'll play just a long ball. That's all they'll do. They'll just pump it and pump it and pump it, because they've got big, tough guys. And when we get down to their end, they're going to boot us off the park. So I expect a few injuries. And I'm not being funny, I expect a few injuries and a few bookings for them. And when strangely enough, when, how can we say this? When opposition teams' players get booked, Rangers players get booked as well. Because it's the easy option, isn't it? I mean, Mount Vernon always says that as well. I wondered why he was saying it. But it's the easy option. Just book the Rangers player as well, and that's that done. So that's what I see about it. I hope we absolutely mollocate them, as you know. But I think it's going to be a very tough game. An entirely different game for the Motherwell game.
If we go and get a similar performance, similar result, and I'm not saying we're going to score 7 every week, Fox, but if we run out, say, if we get 2, 3, 4, and we play well, then I'll be starting to think, okay, these stuffy teams will maybe get a handle on it, particularly Ibrox, and then we'll see where they're away for them, which has improved after a shaky start. But if we only lost 2 last-minute goals, I know it's all parts of maybe Aberdeen and Motherwell, we're having been sitting in a slightly different place at the moment, saying, okay, we've done okay. We're doing okay, but just nail it. Winning Saturday, then move on to the next game. And, I think it's away to Dundee after that. Am I right when I say that, Fox?
No, we're European game after that.
League game.
Aye, possibly, you're right.
Hearts. Next game against Hearts.
Tynecastle, is it?
Yeah. Wednesday. Is that Aberdeen game's Wednesday night?
Wednesday the 5th we play Aberdeen, isn't it?
That's right.
Big games are going to come thick and fast now, right up to the 29th.
It's going to be in tappies very, very quickly, very quickly.
I'll just look and get the fixtures up. But it's going to be interesting, and if we can come out with this and hit form for now to the winter break, it can be in a good place, Bridgeman.
Oh, it's imperative that we need to, the momentum we've built up in our minds, playing good football. That's the kind of thing we need to do, and obviously, as you say, win the first couple of games and start to build. It's a big task for us. But number one, Saturday afternoon, 3:00, Livingston, pummel them, absolutely mollocate them, Rangers, absolutely mollocate them, and that's the first step. And there we go. Go to the next one, big European game at Ibrox. There you go. I don't want to go past Saturday. I'm so looking forward
to it. Livingston, Villarreal, Leighton Hearts, home to Aberdeen, away to Dundee. You know, all the time up until the 9th of December, because we've no international breaks, you know.
There's a change. The thing about Livingston, mate, is they play with 3 at the back and a row of 5 in front of them, mate, and See, I've watched them a couple of times, apart from the game that we played them, and their midfield worked very, very hard, mate. So it's going to put a lot of pressure on our midfield. And I think the boy Whitman and I think it's Jacobs is the other one. They'd really work hard and close down your midfield players. So our midfield three will need to be on the ball, mate, because they'll find it hard to break through them. I think, I'd be happy with a 1 or 2-0 win on Saturday, mate.
I mean, the points are what's important, mate. You're really right. If we win every game for new to the blooming break 1-0 and don't play well, I'll be still pleased, but we're just looking to see where it takes us, Rich?
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about that. No doubt. I think that that mob Livingston are going to come there. They're going to defend. Obviously, they're going to defend with everything they've got. They'll jump over the top of their midfield by pumping the ball along, and then the midfield will run forward and get past our midfield, swamp them, numerically speaking, and pick up second and third ball, and that's the way they'll play. And you'll see the breaks coming against us if we don't watch what we're doing. Our midfield need to be in the game. At all times, they need to be in the game. And when we get the ball, we need to pass the ball and find a man. You cannot afford to lose the ball against teams like that. Because before you know it, they take the ball, one pass, and it's normally a big long pump up the park, and trying to get in behind your fullback, which is our weakest points. Weakest play areas is our behind the fullbacks. So that's what I see them doing. A tactical game, fast, hard game, and I think there'll be a lot of blood spilt. That's the way I see it, Fox. What do you think?
I just think we've got to play, mate. We play, we keep the ball, we play, we'll make chances, take our chances to win the match for me. Fox?
I think it'll be tough, mate. They've given all the teams in the top six a hard game, mate, and I don't think it's going to be much different on Saturday. It'll be down to the usual. We've got to take our chances when they come. And the best thing we can do is score an early goal and maybe force them out a wee bit, Apart from that, I think it could be nothing each at half time, mate, and we need to go in the second half and try and win it. I think I'll be waiting in a kind of patient game on Saturday. I hope the crowd don't start getting on the players' backs if it is a draw at half time, because I think we'll need to wear them down.
I think the last time we're playing against this team and teams like them, we've been, shall we say, slow at the back because we're not clearing the ball. We end up fighting for loose balls, and the opposition in general picks up the second ball. Any loose balls they tend to pick it up, we lose it. So what I want from our defence on Saturday, and if it happens, it'll change the game for us in a sense, is win the ball. Win every ball, because he pumped these big high balls up, and we've got big fellas in our centre of defence, and for some reason or other we haven't been heading the ball, we haven't been clearing the ball properly, and on the ground we're every bit as bad. So we need to start getting our clearances right. I don't care if it's Rosette, just get it out there, but we should be able to do this, and if that happens, if we can do that, just like Oxy said just a minute ago, Ox is right. Get the ball down, play your game, and play it. Away you go. You should beat them.
The one thing people want to join us and give their views on what's happening and what they're thinking on is Fox's favourite midfield. What's the number, Fox?
0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Bridge?
Well, they can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online. And Foxy will bring them in and look after them.
And would it be fair to say when somebody phones up and they make a point, they drive the agenda of this show, Fox?
That's correct, pal.
Thank you, mate. Just wanted to clarify that we have no agenda.
Wow.
No official agenda.
Wow.
But we're midfield, we're forwards. Morelos, automatic starter. Kent, the club have come out and said he's 2 weeks away from fitness. Looks as if Middleton's a replacement there. Does Glenn Middleton looked a more natural finisher to you, Fox, than Ryan Kent.
Aye, without a doubt, mate. I think he scored goals with both left and right foot, mate. He's took it, the chances he's had very, very well, found the net. I just think he'll bring Candias in for his experience on Saturday, and I think Gresder will move to the other side. That's only my opinion, of course, but that's what I feel will happen. I think he's
so Middleton's at the team. Middleton's at the team.
I think he could be on the bench, mate, in case Gresder doesn't do it. But I just think he'll bring Candias back in. The one most important thing we've got today is no slow build up and let them get back into position all the time. I hope Alan McGregor's distribution, although he's a terrific goalkeeper, mate, his distribution for me is quite poor. And we can't afford to pass it between the two centre-halves and let them settle in. We need to move the ball quickly. We need to have good movement to get by this blockade of midfield players that they'll have. And if we do that, and we've done it against Motherwell, although they were down to 10 men, that's the sort of show we need to win on Saturday, I think.
I just think if the midfield and the forwards play, we win the match. Simple as that. I don't think they did at Livingston, and that's out. All right, the defence didn't play brilliant, but we still only lost one goal. And forward, midfield to forward, we were atrocious that day. If they play, everybody plays. On Ibrox, big parts, on grass, we win the game for me.
I can't disagree with that to a certain extent, I must admit. I think at Ibrox we should show our class. We should show who we are. It is our stadium, it's our pitch, and it's our game. And that's the way we should look at it. We can't go out. We certainly need to, if we do, we need to stop doing it. We should never, ever give ground to Ibrox. Never. We've got to go there and grab everything by the scruff of the neck, lift the game up and go for it. And yes, start pushing wide balls. If we've got two fast men, push the ball wide, get them into it, let them run, see how they go. Because to come against Rangers, Ibrox, and I know they like to play 3-5-2, but I can't see them coming there and playing 3-5-2 unless they actually come in and everything connects for them, and they'll be able to do that. But other than that, I think they'll be 5-3-2 or 5-4-2, something 5-4-1. I wouldn't be surprised if we get 2 rows of 4 somewhere in there. I just don't see it. But they're not a bad team. The results tell you that. They played us and beat us, so we can't complain. We know who we're up against and what we're going to do about it. So we're just off the back of a really good result, and we need to keep that going. That's all I need to say on that. We need to keep it going.
I've also been joined by Jimmy.
Evening, guys.
Evening, JFK. How are you, mate?
Oh, man, I'm alright. Yeah, just a bit tired driving the day. Oh, doesn't matter. Yeah, I've been listening to you guys there. A lot of good points he's made. How you doing, Fox?
What's your thinking, mate? What's your thinking? You're quite a positive guy, mate.
For the game on Saturday?
Aye, what's your thinking? You're generally quite positive.
I would go with the same team as we played against Motherwell, but I would switch. I would agree with Fox. I would switch Gresda for Middleton and I'd play Candias. But what I'd like to see is I'd like to see us try and fit Gareth Macaulay in there somewhere.
Who's doing there, whatever they're doing? Please stop it.
Sounds as somebody's tune or peeling tatties.
It's all the bridge, getting the tatties ready for the morning.
Where you going, Bill? You
Not tatties, you Bill. Tatties. I would like to see us, looking at the team that we put out against Motherwell, we were all surprised that day that he didn't play Goldson, but he played Worrell with Katic, and obviously he took Katic off.
Just cut across you there, mate.
Yes, he goes.
Just what I remember. Were you surprised that Goldson was dropped, or wasn't he playing after his performance in Russia?
He was dropped because he said he had a chest infection.
Well, he was like Bambi nice that night. No whether
Aye,
that
of
was
course he
because,
was. Aye,
whether
aye,
that's because he wasn't 100% well or whatever.
aye. Well, that's. I mean, they didn't say he was asked why he dropped him, and I think Stevie Gerrard's been very honest in his assessments and his answers. And I think if he'd have said that it was tactical, he would have said it's tactical. But he did come out and say that he had some sort of chest infection, and if my memory serves me right, he said it was nothing to do with the ongoing illnesses that he's had in the past. And we all know that the man had a major heart operation years gone by. So myself and Fox and I were talking about the waiting to get into the game that day, and I don't think anybody was surprised that Goldson wasn't playing, but we thought the reason he wasn't playing Ox was for the obvious reasons that you spoke about. We all watched it that night, and it was like Bambi on ice, or an elephant on ice at times. But no, I would like to see. I mean, I watched Gareth McCauley in the Northern Ireland game the other night, and he performed really, really well. And I know he's 38, 39, but I still think I know we were up 3-0, they brought him on, and he's commanded the defence. He mobilised them, and you could see he's reading of the game. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe McCauley in there with Katic and Goldson long term to teach him how to actually defend well. My problem is left back. I mean, Andy Halliday's not really done anything wrong for his Ox in the last few games. So would they play him at left back? The same midfield for me would be a Jack Narfield, and it'll all depend if Ryan Jack's injury keeps him out the game. And as I said at the start of my call earlier, I agree with what Fox said. I would switch Grez there for Middleton, keep Middleton on the bench, and I'd bring Daniel back. Because Daniel never done anything to be dropped, obviously, because we know that he get the rubbish second yellow and red. So that'd be the team I'd be going with. I mean, but I would like to think we could accommodate Macaulay. Where do you guys think we could accommodate him? Would we go with 5 at the back or 4? What do you think?
I think Stephen Gerrard's a 4-3-3. That's the way we're going to play. 4-3-3 sometimes slots to 4-5-1.
Right, so you've got Tav, Worrell, Goldson, Macaulay and Katic here. Right, so
for me, you pick another with Macaulay. You've got a choice to make who you play at left back. No, I don't think John Flanagan will be playing there.
No.
I think Andy Halliday will come in front of him.
I would think so.
Barisic isn't fit, mate. But that's the way I see it. Whereas the manager sees it. But Macaulay, just watching the way he organised that defence, we've not had that.
No, but see what we're talking about Worrell and that. I mean, Worrell's obviously come out there and made a few silly statements about, that he knows he's going to be going back to Forest. I think I said on here a couple of weeks ago, I mean, Forest actually rate him at a £7.2 million player. I mean, he's never ever that in a million years. And I mean, I think everybody here agrees with him. Corner kicks and defending, he's quite frightened of going for a ball. And that's disgusting to watch as a central defender. So for me, what you're saying there is right, Ox. It's got to be Tav, Goldson, Macaulay and Katic. It's got to be any 3 for that 4. Worrell should get dropped. I would bin Flanagan because he's not a left back. I'd like to see him at some point and get a go at right back because he is a natural right back, as we all know. And I've seen him play there for other teams. But Halliday for me, I would continue with Halliday at left back. And I don't know what other guys think of that. But what Fox has said there, I mean, and you kind of touched on it, I mean, we were all on a high after the Motherwell game, 7-1, and rightly so, because it was a great performance. I'm not going to say it flattered us, but the sending off did change the game, because at 1 each we all looked as if, here we go again. But I mean, we've been at the highs before, Ox, and we've been brought back down to earth for a large bump. So let's take this game as it comes in Saturday, because like Fox said there, this team will put themselves about us on Saturday, and it'll be hard. And I wouldn't be surprised myself if it goes in nothing each at half time. And I'll take a 1 or I'm going to go down the Bridgeman Road here. I'll take a 1 or a 2-0 Saturday. That's my points, guys.
The pleasing thing with that, Jimmy, is about we've got ourselves in the mix when it becomes about results. We want to play well, we want to nice football, but at the end of the day, it's about winning football matches to see where it's going to take us.
Well, that's what we were all sitting here saying last week. You know, if we win one, and I think it was Bridget said it, if we win 1-0 every single game we go before the 29th of December when we have the puddle drinkers come to visit, right, so we'll all take that. Well, I mean, we've all been there before, Ox. Winning ugly sometimes is better. You know, and that's a sign of true champions. You know, we all said here in the last few weeks that if we stay even the 4 points behind the puddle drinkers, right, then coming up to our game when they come to visit us, then that's a bonus for us, because it means then that when we do win that game, we could only be the possible 1 point behind. But then they go and make they're saying they made the mistake when Livingston took the draw off them. So we're only the 2 points behind now. So let's go onwards and upwards and see where it takes us. But 1-0 every game will do me for new to that game in December, Ox. I'll take that any day now, mate.
No, I think, do you mind, don't mind I come in there, Ox, there? I think I'm looking at Saturday as a marvellous opportunity for Rangers to get 3 points on the board. And if they get 3 points on the board, they'll go to first in the league. And we'll be top of the league for a minimum of 24 hours. And we'll see how that goes. Because they then pressures on them, they've got to win.
They start at 12:30, mate. They play before us, mate, on Saturday.
They play on Sunday.
They play on Saturday.
Wow,
sure
sorry. No, I think they play on Sunday at 12 o'clock.
I'll check it again, mate. I'll check it again. Just let me check.
Okay, you might be right, but I thought we'll get 24 hours before them.
You're correct, Bridge.
I'll just check. it.
And you're forgetting about Hearts. Hearts are at St Mirren as well, mate. They've got to drop points there for us to go top of the league and us as well.
No, because are they not playing this Sunday too?
No, I think they play at 3 o'clock on Saturday, mate.
Okay, pal. Okay, you're probably right. I don't tend to look at that, to be honest. Anyway, if Rangers win, that means that they've got a chance of jumping over. I'm sure they can go above Celtic, let's put it that way, because Celtic are 2 points ahead of us.
I'm just checking. Well, look, first and foremost, we've got to win the game, Jimmy.
Absolutely, that's what I was trying to say. That we need to win, no matter what happens. We need to win, and to me, anyway, we need to win. Get our 3 points on the board, and whatever pressure comes on, it comes on to them.
Right. Sky TV, Celtic, Hamilton versus Celtic, live from the Aviva Stadium, 12:30 live on Sky TV.
What day?
Saturday the 24th of November.
Thank you, James. It's the school you went to, mate.
So I was right.
Yep, good school, mate. It's called Hamilton Crescent.
I don't know if it was a good school. I was with some of your former pupils last week. I don't vouch for it being a good school.
Well, did they drink well?
Yes, they held up the bar.
Well, that's a good schooling then.
Hamilton Crescent.
Hamilton Crescent, mate. Look, I mean, Bridges right there, you know. It's a must win, and Fox said the same, and obviously you did yourself, Fox. Ox. I mean, the fact is that it's every game's a must win for us. But I've been saying this for months, and we get brought back down to earth again. You know, Livingston's not going to be a pushover by any manner of means. We've all been here before, and I'll be in my usual seat on Saturday, cheering them on and hoping that we come away with the 3 points. And I'm confident we will. I'm not going to make a prediction because I kind of made a pig's ear a few times, and I said we're going to win 4, 5, and 6. I'll go down the Bridgeman Road, as I said earlier on, and I'll take a 1 and maybe a 2-0. That'll do me. I just hope it's not a look through the fingers game. A bonus for us is we might not get bullied as much because the big Dolly Menga's not playing. He's suspended, isn't he, because he's headbutt or whatever it is he done. So we've not got him. He scored the winner. He scored the goal that beat us the last time. So he's not playing. And I know one man doesn't make a team, but he's a big, robust guy who likes to put himself about. So we kind of get bullied that day with him. And we're not going to make any excuses for the park. The park is what it is at Livingston. So, but now we're playing in Marine Grass Park. Let's see what we can do on Saturday.
We're in a good place, and we'll see where it takes us. Mac's gone for 8-1 on Saturday, Fox. Mac.
He always does, mate. Always does.
For 8-1.
No.
He's some man. Don't do it with him, and you always end up in a hellish state. A bad influence, that man.
All right, oh.
So we're in a good place, but we need to keep winning football matches, Bridge, man. That's as simple as that.
Yeah, one after the other too. And I just want to look at the first one, because that's what matters, as far as I'm concerned.
We can't go into this game with one eye on the Villarreal game, mate. We've got to make sure we win this. And whoever's fit for Villarreal will be fit, mate. But we can't go easy on this side. We need to go to right for the word go, get the result, and worry about Villarreal once the game's over, you know.
Did any of you guys actually catch any of the Northern Ireland game? Did even highlights it? Not any, no. No, I just to get your thoughts on Gareth McCauley.
No, I never seen any, mate. I
thought he was immense.
I've seen the pictures of him having a wee dance with the boys for West Ham United.
Right.
You'll not fight me, is that right?
He's an. I mean, at 30, I've just seen there. He's looked at him up there. He's 30, actually 39, and I just wish we had him 4 or 5 years ago. I think he's an immense presence in the team. Kyle Lafferty, when he came on, had not a bad game as well. So he's maybe getting back to match fitness. So if in any time that maybe Fred is injured or whatever happens to him, then hopefully he's a good replacement. But I'd like to. I think Ulster's been saying for weeks now. Also because it's his neck of the woods. But Gareth McCauley is now fully match fit, and he proved that the other night. He played for Northern Ireland. So I'd love to see him start the game on Saturday. Definitely, guys. I'd love to see him start.
Starts for me.
It starts for me, mate.
Starts for me.
Definitely.
If anybody's got any views to the contrary, what number should they phone, Fox?
0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Bridgeman?
Oh, they can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and Fox will bring them in, look after them.
And what can they talk about, JFK?
Oh, they can talk about everything about the Glasgow Rangers.
The famous Glasgow Rangers.
The famous.
So we're building up and we're getting there, and obviously we've not got that many players away in international duty, so hopefully everybody returns fit and well, and we move onwards and upwards, and come next Monday night show we're saying another victory chalked off, Bridgeman.
That's what we want. Another victory. Each and every game, we take it one at a time, and we look after it one at a time, and we give our best one at a time. And if we do that, we won't be far away at the end of the season. Either that or our best just isn't good enough. But I'm sure that all the teams we've played, and we'll be starting the ball rolling to all intents and purposes. Some of these players will be staying. Oh, yeah, we've got Livingston again. We had never seen Livingston. I heard of them before when they beat us. So now they know. And they're coming to our place, which is now, shall we say, hopefully going to be a fortress for us, and we need to treat it as such. And don't forget, when you walk over the line, you're playing for the Rangers, the famous Glasgow Rangers, and get out there and mollocate them.
Here, Bridge, mollocate them.
Mollocate
them. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see. I see that some of the press are saying that there's obviously Ryan Kent's a couple of weeks away, Jimmy, but Barashek's could play, so they've got a decision to make whether they play him or they keep him for maybe the European time. But if he's fit, if you're fit, you play for me. If you're no fit, you don't play.
Well, I agree with that to a point, but I think you've got a bit of continuity, and the team that played against Motherwell have got to start with the exception of I'd give McCauley the start. And I would put young Glenn on the bench, bring Daniel back, and put Eros Grezda in Middleton's place. That's getting to freshen up a wee bit. But I wouldn't chop and change it much more than that. I think if the team take the confidence, it'll depend what happens with Ryan Jack, as I said. Barisic, we don't know how long he's going to be. Is he fit? is there any inclination that he's back training to a level that's going to allow him to come back into the team? If he is, then he goes in and sees the holiday, doesn't he? That's a gimme. It's a must-win, guys. We all know that, and if they perform the way that we know they can at Ibrox, we know that we'll come away with the result, But they just need to dig in, They're going to, another team's going to come to Ibrox as they always do, and they're going to put the 10 men behind the ball. So it's up to us to try and break it down. What I can say about the Motherwell game, I was pleased about the way that Ajaria took more part in the game, and the fact is that he got more involved. Going forward to try and help Morelos. I was really pleased with that. And so did Arfield, But I still would like to see whoever it's going to be, whether it's going to be Gresda, Candace, Middleton, the two at A3. When they're out on the flanks, I'd like to see them start to come in that wee bit more to help Morelos in the middle as well. But no,
that's a great point, Jimmy. That's a great point. And I'll ask you this and I'll take it round the panel. So your front three, Morelos, Candace and Kent, Morelos, Gregster and Middleton. What three scores the most goals?
That's a good one, mate.
Because for me it would be Middleton looks as if he's more a natural finisher than Kent, and Gregster looks as if he's got an eye for goals.
Aye, well,
so than Daniel,
I know what you're saying, but I don't think the only reason that Daniel wasn't there is because of the silly booking and sending off Ox, So I think he's going to come back in the team. And young Glenn's not done anything wrong at all. But
remember, Candace was a sub, only came on late doors.
Aye, I know, but I think I know wee Glenn's a wee speeder, I know, right? But I think if we've got Gresda, I watched Gresda. I don't watch Scotland games, but I did watch the Scotland-Albania game, right? I watched most of it. And Gresda had Patterson and Toast. He was good, quick. Some of his passing was sublime. So he's on a high. Scored 2 goals against Motherwell. He played well against Albania, although they get beat. But what I would like to see is that continuing. You can't drop him and just say, like, you're on the bench now and we're bringing Daniel in. I think he should play Gresda along with Candace, with Morelos, and I think we might see goals there on Saturday. Hopefully, but I think he should maybe go down that road. And I know Foxy spoke about it earlier on, and I think he's in the same mind as myself. I don't think you can drop Gresda. You're not dropping Glenn because you're putting him on the bench, but he's a great squad player, and he's done really, really well for us. But his time will come, and you're the one that said that yourself, Ox. His time will come. Maybe we're trying to rely on him too much. So put him back in the bench. He'll know to be disheartened, hopefully. And Guy Candace and Gresda run with Morelos and see where it takes us on Saturday.
Can I ask a question of you guys?
As long as it's not too hard, Bridge. As long as it's not too hard.
I watched this at a highlights programme showing their game. And, I'm really quite pleased to see the stuff that we spoke about way back as we watched the boy playing all the way through. That boy, Ajaria, he's really came on to quite a good game, hasn't he? He's quite cheating in the way his stride is, where maybe 5 or 6 games ago he still wasn't 100%. He was still losing the ball a wee bit. You start to see him now, he's fighting for everything, and he's got that extra inch in his stride now, and he's catching the ball with his toe where he was missing it before. I think it's quite good to see. I think he's going to be a smashing player for us by the time the end of the season comes along, providing he doesn't get injured. I think he'll be a fantastic player for us.
It's a good point you make there, Bridge, and I would say that the boy shows flashes of being a really, really top player.
Absolutely, pal. Absolutely.
But what's strange about the midfield since the start of the season to move on is that Koulibaly looked up playing up until he got injured, and since he got injured, for me, in my opinion, he's not kicked up off.
Poor, he's been poor.
But that tells me he might still be on the edge of being fit. From a physical perspective, he might feel physically fit. But he's still to get his game in. He's still to get his eye in. He's still got the eye-ball coordination that you need if you're playing in the midfield. You know that, being a midfielder.
Oh, Bridges he must have played about 8 or 9 games since he's come back to injury.
Yeah, I don't think he's got. I think the pressure's been on him. Don't get me wrong. It's not every minute of the game, but he's just not the same player as you say.
He's worked hard in that, but his distribution, his decision making, his passing.
Exactly. To me, it's all part of match fitness. To me, that's what it is. It's match fitness. It's not there.
You're a very generous man. I would just say he's been playing crap. What about you, Jimmy?
I've got to agree with you, Ox. Since he's come back from injuries, he's been very, very poor for me. Very, very, very poor. And which is disappointing. For me, he's not got a place in the team. If he's fit on Saturday, for me, he's not got a place in the team. Nothing against the boy and that, but I just don't think he's got it for us. He's on a wee bit of a downer. He's had an injury and he's not really played all that well. And I'd like to go with more or less the same old with a couple of wee changes. But no, I would stick with a Jarry, a Jack, and Arfield if Jack is going to be fit, which I think he will be. I agree with you saying, Ox. He's 7 or 8 games there and he's not really performed all that well. Ajaria, for me, as I said at the start, I think he's been absolutely a Motherwell game. He was tremendous. I thought some of his moving forward to help Fred was absolutely wonderful to watch. So I'm happy the way he's playing out, and I'd like to hope at the end of the season there's a wee offer there going in, but we'll wait and see.
I'm interested to see how it goes. And I'm actually, after that Livingston game, I never thought I'd be saying looking forward to see this play Livingston, but I'm really looking forward to Saturday's game, Fox.
Of course, going back to the wee question you were asking about the different pairings along beside Morelos, Kent and Cadiz, I think, have scored 5 goals and the other 2 have scored 4 goals, mate, so there's no much between them. So, in fact, he's...
but think of the minutes on the pitch, mate.
Aye, well, that's fair comment, but it all ends up with goals in the back of the net, mate. Not how many minutes you play, so they're equal. I think they're kind of equally balanced, mate. I think I don't mind what to start, but I just think that Candias, like Jimmy, will definitely come in. And he's worked with Tav doing the right, mate, is one of the highlights of our play. And I think Steven Gerrard will bring him back in. He didn't deserve to be out the team. It was a terrible refereeing decision that put him out, mate. So I think he'll come back in.
But do you think he'll just bring him straight back in?
Aye.
Okay. I thought maybe he'd bring him on. That's my honest opinion. I think
the manager's already said about Middleton, mate, is he's going to look after the boy, and I think when Candias is fit and Gresda's fit, I think he'll be on the bench and just let him progress slowly. That's my opinion,
I was meaning Candias. Candias was only on the pitch, less than 10 minutes. He was sent off. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter about the decisions. The referee made a complete and utter mess of it all. But they took it to as far as they could, and it's been knocked back. And now they're just going to charge the referee. I don't know how far that'll go, but the player's got to be looked after now. And I don't know whether you should just throw the player back on.
I don't agree with that, Bridge. What? Sorry to jump in there. I mean,
you don't agree with what?
I don't. You have got to throw him back in. He's a Rangers player. Look,
no. Whoa. Remember what I said. He was on as a substitute.
Aye.
Right. So he came on as a substitute, and he eventually got himself sent off. But maybe bad refereeing decisions and things like that. Aye. So I don't know whether you should just say, "Well, you're coming on, you're starting now," because you never started him the last time. That's all I'm meaning.
No, I know, but I mean, like I said, when he came on, he performed really well. And he scored a worldly goal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Aye. So for me, if he's, we've also said here before about Middleton, and I was one of the biggest fans of Middleton, and I said he should play, and he didn't play. But I think he's had a wee run now, and it's new time to, as Fox is saying there, Stevie Gerrard's going to wean him in. He's gave him a few games, bring him back out again, in the bench. You're part of my plans. You're one of our players. You're no a lone player. But Candace, for me, with Gresda up front with Morelos, I think could be exciting for us on Saturday. And I'd like to see that. Daniel Candace, for me, his engine is second to none. And I know he was a substitute the last game before the Motherwell game, but for me, he's a starter. And I think he brings a lot to the game. So what you're saying is partly right, but no, I think he's entitled to think that he should play on Saturday against Livingston, and it would be the expense of a young Glenn. We might all be wrong because it's all about opinions, Bridge.
Yeah, of course, I'm just saying
think that might go that way.
I'm just saying that, last time Gresda played, he played really well. Scored a couple of goals, and he was playing in the wide right. I'm not saying that, I'm not measuring him against anyone, but we have got competition in the side. And I don't know if the manager would want to change that. I mean, Gresda. But yeah, I could see what you're meaning when you say, can we move Gresda and stick him out in the left? Because I was watching him tonight a wee bit, and he looked as if he was playing quite well when he was out wide left. So that might be an easier option. I can understand that. But I just don't know whether the manager will do it, or whether he might like Middleton enough to put him in there at Ibrox. Because the fans love him, and I dare say he wants him to turn it on. Good luck to him, whomever he plays. Good luck to him. I just want him to play very well and score many goals.
It's great that we'll go to a wee bit of competition up there when obviously Ryan's done his hamstring, unfortunately, but Gresda's came to the fore. We're all talking about him that we never saw a few weeks ago, that he'd be saying, right, we need to give him a go and see where it takes us. So maybe if it kicks off and he gets a bit of form, it could be a bargain signing, Fox.
Aye, it could be. He's just finding his feet. He's just finding his feet just now, mate. He scored 2 good goals against Motherwell, but I didn't think he was. I thought he would be a lot tidier on the ball, but maybe it's just the match fitness, mate. We'll wait and see. At the moment, I think he'll be in front of Glenn Middleton, as I said.
Because Bridges pre-season, you get 24 games before your season starts.
That's when I used to play against the Partick people. You needed the amount of games.
It must have been sore always been on the losing.
A lot of noise.
Must have been sore always been on the losing team.
The bad boys for Partick always kicked you, and I couldn't cope with that.
You've been a gentleman, Bridge. Do you know how he was a gentleman, Jimmy?
Right, on you go. I'm listening.
Because he always said sorry after he punched you.
Oops, sorry.
Alright. That's fine. Alright. Has he ever had the Jimmy of the skull? No. Oh, well, okay.
Anyway, we came to that time of the evening. When we come back after the break, we talked about Alan McDonald last night. We're going to talk about unsung heroes, Jimmy, so maybe have a wee thought that some of the unsung heroes, maybe your top 3 or your sort of time watch the Rangers. I know it's difficult, there's loads out there, but just to use a wee chat in the next turn. But we're going to go for a tune, and people are welcome to join us after the tune. Go and mute, lads.
From a guy so young to Glasgow City, they come seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they know their ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, and here's how it goes. Had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. For that's had a dream, start a football team. They had no money, no kid, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong.
Enjoy that, Bridge.
I'm just getting back to her in the kitchen there, pal. Just came back. Love it. I love that song. Brilliant. Really, really good.
Yeah, it's well done. It's well done the way they done it. Good tune and good lyrics, shall we say, James. JFK. Oh, he disappeared on us.
Oh, he's there on mute.
Oh, he's on mute. Is he doing a bridge?
There, he's a back now. Here he is.
Oh.
Can I hear you, JFK?
Hello.
Can hear you only slightly. You need to put the volume up.
Man in the meter.
Shillings in the meter, guys.
That's better.
You're too far away from your mic.
Shillings in the meter. That's better.
That's better.
You're back. You're out the kludgy.
Out the kludgy. There's a big echo there.
Shocker.
You can tell. Only man in Knightswood still an outside toilet, Bridge.
I brought it for Partick. You know that, Bridge? I brought my outside lavvy for Partick.
Whereabouts in Partick did you live?
I was born in B Street, across the road from McGavin's.
That's a
and
very
then I
bad
moved
street,
to,
B Street.
and then I moved to Crawford Street, right next to the Orange Halls.
Oh, that's the only good thing in Crawford Street.
Aye, well,
I'm just joking with you, pal.
there was a good square go bit down at the railway bridge. It was
I
good.
know. I knew that place very well. Oh my God. Oh, so
Unsung heroes.
Robbie, a minute, we're going to hear from your manager first.
Oh, get him on.
Yeah, then you can see what he's thinking and get his thoughts, and then keep your unsung heroes up your sleeve. So if you don't mind going on mute, we've got an interview for our manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE.
We've had a nice few days off, time to freshen up and charge up and ready for this really busy schedule now up until Christmas and beyond. So yeah, we're good, we're happy on the back of a really, really big win, a good win, and we're looking forward now to hopefully taking that into Livingston.
You mentioned a busy period. Did you always target this December period, this November-December period, as when the season could potentially change as such for you guys?
Yeah, I think for us looking at this period, it was always a case of can we get to the international break and you know, be in a nice position. Certainly domestically we are. We wanted to be in a cup final, so obviously that was a big disappointment. But we've moved on from that, and we've responded really well from that. So the positive thing is we're in a nice position in the league, very close where we want to be. And Europe, we've still got an excellent opportunity to obviously progress. So things are good, but we always knew after this break there was going to be a lot of games in a short space of time, and the key was, can we have everyone healthy and available? And we're probably 2 or 3 players away from that, so we're not in bad shape.
How do you manage 11 games in a month, which is what it's looking at?
I need help to do that, you know. I need all my staff around me to help me make the right decisions. I think the fitness coaches and the sports science and medical department have got a huge part to play in the coming weeks, and we need the players to be extremely professional and understanding in terms of when they're used and when they're not used, because we believe the key in these fixtures is to have energy and intensity in the team, because that's when we've played at our best. So it's impossible for every player to play every game, but we'll try and pick the strongest team possible to get as many positive results as we can, and we want to just keep pushing and pushing, but take each game as it comes.
Do you have to keep it quite simple out there on the training pitches when you have that volume of games and not much recovery?
There's not much training time in terms of, you know, being able to get real strong sessions in that help you physically and help you tactically. It's very difficult, especially for the 11 that play in the majority of the games, because it's play, recover, game day -1 into the game. So it's very tough, but I think it's important for all the squad to realise, and we'll send the message again, that we're going to need everyone. Everyone will play a part from now till the final whistle against Celtic. Obviously people will play different minutes and than others, but everyone's contribution is very important, because what we want to do is get to the end of the next block and be in this position, if not better, than where we are now.
You mentioned you're 2 or 3 players away from a fully fit squad. How is your squad looking after the break?
Well, the international break's come at a good time for Ryan Kent, because he's had 10 days, 2 weeks to a really important stage of a hamstring injury. He's probably now maybe a couple of weeks away. Hopefully, if everything keeps moving really well, he's out on the pitch doing some jogging, so he's progressing well. Borna's very close. Whether he's available for the weekend, we'll make a decision in the next couple of days. But in the next 2-3 games, Borna will be back in the squad. And I think outside of that, just the long-term ones, Dorans and Murphy. I can't think. Jordan Rossiter's fine. He was fit before. He's fit now. Jordan needs to fight for his position now. Ryan Jack and Lassan are in that position, have been performing really well. We've got Ross McCrory fighting in that position. So in midfield, more than any other position, we've got big numbers, and it's going to be difficult for them all to keep the shirt, so they need to keep pushing. And
Connor Goldson, he fit as well?
He's available, he's fine. That was more of an illness rather than an injury, and he's recovered well and he's available for the weekend. No problems.
Did you get the chance to watch many of your players over the international?
I've done nothing but watch international football. I was watching Georgia v Kazakhstan last night. I was watching Scotland, Albania. I watched a bit of Ireland against Austria, England, Croatia. Yeah, I've done nothing but watch international football.
Did you get the chance to watch Northern Ireland play with Gareth McCauley coming through?
I watched the highlights of it.
Okay.
And I also had reactions on my phone. You try and get the balance right of being a family man and doing what you've got to do with your family, but also keeping an eye on your players, because it's very important that people come back in good shape. And I'll be watching Scotland tonight against Israel to make sure that my keeper, who's been doing extremely well for us, comes back fit and healthy as well. With
Gareth getting through 90 minutes, does that give you a nice problem at the back?
Yes, but I had that problem beforehand. Gareth would have been quite within his rights to knock at my door and say why didn't I start against Motherwell, because he was training ever so well. We've got 4 central defenders for 2 positions, and they've all got an argument that they could play, but they have to keep fighting it out, and that's what football's about, and that's what I wanted. And I think it'll benefit Rangers having competition for places, not just in central defence, everywhere, and that's what we've got.
Oh man, Bridgman.
Oh, what can you say? Isn't that just sound great? Everything said, very sensible, eminently sensible. A good update as well. To all intents and purposes, we've got 2 players that are going to be unavailable for a wee while, and you've got another 2 that are touch and go. The rest of them are fit and available, and they're just not being selected. That's all. So I think he mentioned the young lad Jordan Rossiter. Is that right? So I mentioned him and said he's there, but he's not there if you follow him. He's there, but he's just needs to do that wee bit extra to get selected now.
He's not getting the teammate then. Hold on, it wasn't great.
That's it, exactly. He needs to do it. He needs to show he can do it. Yeah, absolutely. It's competition there. So there's no injury holding him back now. It's just a case of getting his chance and taking it. Jimmy. Barisic, you mentioned Barisic is actually fit, based on what he was saying.
Near enough.
So it's a,
They've got a decision to make, so he's there for maybe. He might go on the bench on Saturday, he might play, or he might be ready to go on Thursday evening. We'll see what the manager and the fitness staff decide. Jimmy, such a refreshing young man to listen to, yeah?
Of course it is. It always is, Ox. You know, as I said earlier on, though, it tells the truth. You know, you're no fudgy or anything. You know, if a player's been taken off, it's for tactical reasons, or he'll tell us if he's injured and that, and he'll no fudge it. As far as I know, he was working for an overseas TV station in the last 2 or 3 days with a few other engagements he had in Scotland and down south and that, for awards ceremonies and things like that. But you know, he's telling you there he's watched every bit of football that he can grasp. You know, and he's obviously watched Gareth McAuley, and I hope that when he saw Gareth McAuley, it does give him food for thought. Because he put him on the second half against Motherwell, and if he watched him play there, definitely you'll see what he's got. But it was interesting. He's watched the Albania-Scotland game, and he saw obviously how that Gresda's played. So I'm pleased. I'd like to have seen the team that was still left with internationals to maybe do something at Ibrox. Maybe they did. Or maybe they went to the Hummel training centre. I don't know if there was any of the guys in there. But no, refreshing as always, Oxy. He comes across as a man who's got a mission, and he's hoping that he can fulfil that mission, and he knows that we're all behind him. Yeah, cracking presser again, mate.
I'm very happy with our manager. Very, very happy with him. I don't know what you think, Jimmy.
And rightly so, Bridge. And rightly so. Fox, he just conducts himself for so well. I know we've said that in the past, but this guy's just a step up.
Aye, without a doubt. I think he answered all the questions we talked about in the first hour there, actually.
Yeah.
About Macaulay, the midfield.
We could have had him on and just do the show for 5 minutes.
But I said Jordan Rossiter, and it was good to hear him talking about Ross McCrory again. So he was talking about quite a few of them, and he obviously doesn't watch Celebrity Big Brother or In the Jungle or anything. It's all football with him, mate, innit? To watch all that football while you're off, the guy never stops working. Very pleased he's our manager.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Is there any truth that you get an offer for the Jungle, Bridge, man?
Brilliant.
Oh, get back on that.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? What do you think, Jimmy?
What's that? The Bridge Man in the Jungle. Oh, I don't know. I've got a horrible picture in my head now. Don't be doing that.
Bridge in the Jungle, Anyway, right, so great interview, great update for Stephen, letting us know where we are. Build up to the game, obviously we'll have a full press conference for about Thursday. So we mentioned unsung heroes, and we talked about one last night, I think was Alec McDonald. And I'll go to yourself, Fox, I know you've been thinking about this all day. What did you come up with?
He just springs them on you and gets you to say things. Unsung heroes, oh Jesus. Ones that's no, I don't know.
I think Mac deserves an award for looking after you last week, but that's another story. You carry on, mate.
Unsung. How unsung are we talking? Are we talking, for instance, like Claudia Reyna?
Claudia Reyna, who was playing among stars and just was 7. Papach, that kind of guy who won the stars in the team. Your sort of favourites. Was Alan McDonald an unsung hero? Was Bobby Russell very little caps, international recognition? But
I would say
Claudia Reyna. That's a great show.
That's one. That's one. So are you going to do one at a time? So I'll need to think of another 2 now.
Dear. Well, I would have thought since we were we're talking away and that and listening to the presser. I mean, I'm not going to go for like the obvious choices of Bobby Russell and things like that, you know, but a favourite of mine when watching the Jers in the 70s was Bobby McKean. Unfortunately, no longer the way he is. I mean, Bobby scored 17 goals in 119 games, and I thought he was a cracking player, and he was one of the unsung heroes. 74 to 78, he played with Rangers, and for me, I'd like to have seen him do more. He played in a team that was struggling, but he was still trying to do his best to keep the team scoring. You know, some of the fantastic players he was playing with, like Ali Dawson, Cutty Young, you know, and the Jaws man himself, Tam Forsyth, wee Tam McLean, Derek Parley and things like that. You know, so and obviously a big DJ. But he played beside a lot of great guys, you know, but he was never given the recognition that I thought he should have got. He was a favourite of mine in the 70s when I watched the Rangers.
All right. I wouldn't come up with that one, Jimmy, but it's all about opinions.
Yeah.
Great call. Bridge, what be yourself?
Well, one of my unsung heroes is a guy called Terry Hurlock. I thought I thought he was just fabulous for the Rangers. Fabulous. He did a lot of the dirty work that Souness wanted done, and he done it. And he took great pleasure in doing it, and he was really and truly, I thought he was fabulous for the Rangers. That's the one. If do you want me to go on and ask more or say more? Is it no my turn?
I'm just going to get Terry Hurlock's stats, mate, and then just...
All right, okay.
He wasn't away that long, but he was effective.
Two seasons, wasn't it? 2 seasons, I think. 2 seasons, and then soon as to get rid of him, moved him on, call it what you like.
Terry Hurlock. Right. Many games, Bridge, many games.
He didn't play a great amount of games.
35, mate. One is some.
35, you know. So, he maybe got a full season's games. But I think
here we go. 2 goals. Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, one against them. 1 red card. How many yellow cards? In 35 games.
Quite a lot. Probably 15 or 20.
12.
12. There you go. I think I really do think he did some great things for Rangers. We had lost Ian Ferguson type thing, you know. We never had an Ian Ferguson type person there. I thought he did a great job for us. Absolutely brilliant job for us.
He was signed with Souness, and then obviously Walter came in at the end of that season. Yeah. And his last game for the club was the famous game against Aberdeen when Haitley scored the 2 goals.
Yeah. I really do think it was really, to me, it was a real unsung hero. It was just there. Mr. Dependable. Going for a ball, I'll go for it. And he went, invariably won it. And he used to, I think he got a big support. A lot of fans liked him.
This was a season, aye, fair comment, mate. I mean, football was different then, there was no transfer window, aye. Good shout to the Bridge man there, JFK.
Aye, the mad animal, the Hurlock man. Aye, he was good. Aye, I mean, he would come for a party. I wouldn't like to meet him in Roosevelt Street that night. He'd have give you a right for
a hero as well.
Aye,
for his short time with the club. Very popular.
Yeah, he was, mate. He was a cracking player, no nonsense player. I loved a tackle, you know. Didn't fear anybody on the park. I wish we had somebody like that now. Aye, that's a good shout, Bridge. I loved Terry Hurlock. My next player, mate. Again, I'm going to.
Me, am I not having a go?
Oh, are you going to have one on? You go then, pal.
I'm going to give my first one. My first one in a team that was very successful was a guy I don't know what recognition he got, but it was David Robertson.
Red cheeks.
Aye.
It's a good shout, mate. A good shout.
Very consistent for us, I thought. Great engine up and down that part, and a better back than I think we all realised at the time.
I like David Robertson. He's got a bit of work at Ibrox, isn't he? Or is he just hospitality?
I don't know what he was doing. He was managing somewhere. Was it India or somewhere?
Oh, was he? Aye. Oh, he's a cracking player. I did like him. I like Monroe. I liked Robertson.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'll just give you his stats, mate. Let me see. David Robertson, where is he? There we go. Come on, hurry up.
George Logan saying he's in Australia at the moment.
Aye.
All right.
250 games. 2 sub. 19 goals. 30 yellow cards. Not as many ratios, not as good as Hurlock's.
No.
He was with us for 6 seasons, mate. And we won the league every year.
Aye.
We won the league every year. Alright, what's your second one, James?
Another man, a lot of guys out in the lobby might know, but I know guys in here will know. And I thought he was a no-nonsense player. That when the ball was coming to him, when he was facing it facing the attacker, it was right out the park. Good tackler of the ball. And he played for 7.5 years with Rangers. It was Stuart Monroe, mate. I love Stuart Monroe. I just thought he played 179 times for Rangers, scored 3 goals. And another player who never got the recognition that he should have got. It was the 5 or 6 Scotland squads, he never got a sniff at it. Not that I'm a Scotland fan, but I just thought that he was a good player, steady player, played for the team, played for the jersey. And I thought, yeah, he'll do for me. And he signed for Rangers for, I can't remember who he signed for because I've not got his stats up.
Is it Falkirk?
Is it Falkirk? I know we signed him 83 or 84. We signed him and he stayed for about 7 years. Ox. We didn't pay a lot of money for him. We paid maybe 250,000, 300,000 or something for him. But no, I like Stuart Monroe. Sometimes I think a lot of fullbacks now tend to be too fancy with the ball, but I thought he was a steady player who never get the recognition that he should have got in the Rangers jersey. And a lot of the guys I went to the football with at that time, they rated him as well. An unsung hero. Wasn't he a big star, but he did what he had to do for the team. So that was my second choice, mate.
I'm just checking out his stats, mate, just out of curiosity. Aye, and he was replaced sort of with Davy Robertson, which is quite.
I sure he was. You're right. I knew that you've said that. Aye, sure he was, mate.
Alloa was signed him for.
Alloa.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
237 games. 10 as sub, 3 goals, 8 yellows and 1 red. Who was his red against? I always like to see that. Borussia Mönchengladbach. So this is first season. Aye, steady player for us, mate. Steady player.
Aye, he was, aye.
Mr. Fox?
I'll go for a guy that I didn't think get a lot of good praise when he first came into the team, but ended up a really good player for us, I thought, was Craig Moore.
Aye, good shoot.
I think as he grew in the team, mate, he became very good at what you would call the dark arts. He could tackle and he could stop players for playing, mate. And his partnership when he was the lesser of the two with like say Amaruso, mate, I think he grew in stature as he played with Rangers, and I think he was an unsung hero, mate. And no good enough for you.
No, that's a good shout, mate. That's a good shout. He was there in the Motherwell game, I think, doing the half-time draw, wasn't he?
Aye, I think he was, mate. Aye.
Yeah, I'll just have a look at his stats, mate. Craig Moore. Aye. as an old centre half, you'll be pleased with that, Bridge, yeah?
Absolutely.
You know.
Was one I had in mind myself.
Was it, mate?
Yeah, I think he'd a very quiet player, dirty player at times, you know, but quiet and unassuming young man. Punch you in the face as quick as look at you. I like that.
But say sorry afterwards.
No, not until after the game. Walking up the tunnel.
He wasn't very well liked at first. He was full of mistakes, I think, Bridge, when he first came into the side. But he grew into the position, and I think he came forward. Did he come forward? You set up? I can't remember. I don't think we bought him off MD, did we?
I don't think so, mate. But I'm just signed from Rangers Youth, mate. Yeah, and then sold to Crystal Palace.
I think it's when he first came through it.
256 games, 9 sub, 17 goals, 63 yellow cards.
That's what I meant by the dark arts, mate.
And 4 reds, and 4 reds.
Yeah, I mean, I think when he first came through, obviously it takes a wee while to come through for the youth football, or youth club youth football, and step into the first team. It's going to take a wee while just to get used to the pace of the game, and your awareness needs to be 100%. And you're playing alongside really good players, so you're a bit nervous. And I think it would probably take him a season. Once after a season goes in, that man would fit into just about any team. Seriously, he was a super player. Well, Craig, a good shout, Fox, a good shout.
What'll be your next one yourself, Bridgeman?
I'm going to say, it might be controversial to some folks, so please forgive me. But for what he done for our club during the really hard times, unsung hero Lee Wallace became our club captain and carried us through until the last year or so, and darker forces were afoot. So I think he did a fantastic, and he was a big hero to a lot of Rangers fans, truth be told. Really unsung hero for me.
All right, mate. I'd be interested to see what kind of career, if it had been, let's say, a normal Rangers he would have been playing in, Jimmy.
Yeah.
But that's the point of view, Bridge. And I'd like to thank Travel Rug for sending you that text, Bridge.
When Lee started his career at Rangers, he was up for it, and it was lovely to see him running down that wing, crossing the ball and things like that. But it went tee up for him, didn't it, in a big way. As Bridge said, their dark forces seem to take somebody over and do whatever they did, whether he was involved in it or no, or whether the KM guy got him involved. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. It's a good shout, Bridge. You know, a lot of us tend to forget that Lee Wallace was a Rangers stalwart. You know, he was there when they decided to throw us out and put us down where they thought that we would never come back. And Lee stayed with the club. That's a good shout, mate. If I'm honest, I would like to see him. I'm keen to see Barisic back, but I'd like to have seen what Lee Wallace could have contributed to this team that we've got to know. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen.
It's funny how left back seems to be the popular position for the unsung heroes. Right. Okay,
yeah, indeed, that's a good shout.
Yeah, because the one that I was going to go into next was a guy who was part of Walter's team, who signed by Paul Le Guin, and also signed as a centre half and ended up at left back with Sasa Papac.
Everybody's favourite, isn't it? A great favourite for everybody, Sasa Papac. Well done.
Never let us down, and he stood up in Florence and took that penalty kick. You know, and fair play to him. And what would you say, 7 out of 10 every week?
Yeah, I wouldn't be far away for that, would he? Really was a really good player for us. Lovely left foot. And
brave as well, Bridge. Brave. Oh,
well. Indeed. I remember he got taken out by that to Egypt, the IRA man. What was his name again? Emmett smacked to Aberdeen. Played for the Hibs. Anthony Stokes. Took me a wee while. Sorry, guys. I was after about 2 minutes or something, like he smacked him, did it put the corner flag. Dirty animal.
Oh, it was a red card, mate. Red card.
Yeah.
That's it's funny, left back. I never thought left backs would have been so popular as the unsung heroes, but Foxley boys.
Well, for my last one, I'm between two.
I'm between mate. That was the truth.
Peter Hooster and somebody that played in the same position was Neil McCann, mate. I don't think people realise just how good Neil McCann was. And I thought Peter Hooster was the same sort of mould, mate. Played alongside all the big stars, like name it, got all the credit, like Barry Ferguson, Rickson, and Van Bronckhorst, and people like George Alberts. But I thought Neil McCann was a terrific winger for his mate and highly underrated. Big silence. I don't think I'm doing well with this one.
Oh, great player, mate. Great player. Consistent and brave at taking the ball, McCann. And I'll always be my folklore for the 2 goals he scored in 1999, mate. Always been a folklore.
Yeah. What about Hoostra?
Hoostra, great player, mate. Obviously, he was overshadowed because Loudrup came into the team, mate.
Aye.
And overshadowed him, but as an unsung hero and consistent, great ability, mate. No doubt about it. Aye, good shout, Fox. Well done. Who sent you them?
He's really got a low opinion of everyone, isn't he?
GFK.
I suppose we could all pick an unsung hero 11. You know, that might be something we could maybe do. But I'm going to go out there again. And a player, I mean, I thought he was a defender, centre defender, a big Aussie guy, big Tony Wiedmer.
Another left back.
I thought he was a crack. I mean, we signed him 1996, 7, maybe 98. Again, I've not got it up here. I think he scored 7 or 8. Maybe 9 goals for us, something like that. He didn't score a lot of goals, obviously, because
you tell me you want me to check that out, I'll check.
Well, you're the man that's doing the stats. You're the stat man.
Right,
but he came in just at the end, if I remember, the 9 in a row just finishing. I think and I thought it was a no-no. Another I thought he was a cracking big player. You'll obviously correct me in an amount of goals and when we signed him, Hawks, but I rated him. I think he is an unsung hero. But he played 100 odd games for Rangers. I don't know the exact amount. You're going to tell me that in a second. But I remember he played for Breda, and I think he played for Middlesbrough as well.
That's correct, mate. 157 games.
Many games? 170?
157.
157 he played.
25 substitutions. 12 goals.
12 goals, there you go, I was writing it right. So, I thought he was, you know, I know we could all, I mean, the ones that Fox picks here, Peter Houston, he's a great player, and he was unfortunate that Brian Laudrup was there and that, but I mean, I went for another left back. Guys that I think, who don't get the credit where it should be good. For me, I thought Tony Widmer was a cracking player for us. How many seasons did he play for us, Ox?
Oh, no. I'll go back to my stats again. I just get rid of them. He made his debut in 97.
97.
Yep. And he was with us to 2002, mate.
5 year. 4 year, 5 year. Well, that's no bad. That's not a bad return for a left back. 107, 12 goals or something. That's all right. I'm happy with that choice. Anyways,
good shout, right. But another left back.
Another left back, aye.
On you go, Bridgeman.
I'd like to pick one that the tremendous sweeper for us. A lot of pace. It's that boy. It's Jockey Bjorklund. I thought he was just fabulous for us. Very quiet, unassuming guy. Played some great games for us and was always reliable. Made some fabulous
fastest central defender I've seen.
Well, yeah, I know he's most assuredly more. It can be depending on to make the last guy's tackle, and when he made it, it was normally his pace that got him there, and he was a really, really good cover man for the centre halves. I think he was a great player for us. I wish we had somebody with that pace at the back. I'm not saying he was a great centre half in a traditional centre half mode, but he would have been a sweeper, covering up, picking up here and there, and most assuredly last ditch tackles. I thought he was excellent for us, really good.
Good point, mate. Difficult to pick. My third one was made for quite a while. Was involved in some tremendous big games, but was never seen as a star in the team. And I did look at Bobby Russell closely, who to me, in my era, watched Rangers as one of the finest footballers we've had. But a guy who involved in a lot of goals, and his physical stature maybe didn't lead him to have such a successful career, would been Tommy McLean. We signed for Kilmarnock for £65,000, got 6 Scotland caps, but none of them was with Rangers. That shocked me, Jimmy.
Did they get them when they played for Kilmarnock?
Aye.
I didn't. That's a good start, mate. I didn't know that. I know he didn't have a lot of caps, but I actually thought he did get a cap when he was with the Teddy Bears. I didn't know. Tommy McLean was a cracking player. His crossing the ball was, we hadn't seen anybody cross a ball like that for a lot of years. After Tommy McLean, till we got Mark Walters. His dribbling abilities and all, he used to rip the heart out of some defences with his wee jinks and all that. That's a good choice, mate. But I'm surprised. I'm not into stats as much as you are, obviously, but I didn't know whether to get no caps at all when he played with the Rangers. There you go, Aye.
To be fair, I didn't know that 10 hours ago myself,
Liar.
No.
I can see you sitting there.
No, didn't I, mate? 6 caps, all with Kilmarnock. Obviously part of the Barcelona Bears, treble winning teams, but he was never a star in the team. Not the greatest winger we've ever seen, in my opinion, but an unsung hero. Fox?
Aye, very good at putting the ball into Big Johnson's head, mate. That's all I remember him for. Scotland down the wing, mate, and the superb ball into the box, and Big Derek would finish it off. I don't know how many times he done that to help Big Derek score all the goals that he did. I think he ended up with, did he know chuck the game because he had something the matter with him, mate? Did he know some sort of illness and he retired at Ibrox? Did he retire with us?
I think he moved back to Kilmarnock and done something, Fox.
No, he moved into management quite quickly with us. I'll just give you Skipper's three unsung heroes. He sent me his 3 is Alfie Conn, Maurice Johnston and Kenny Miller.
Oh, what's the common denominator there?
Skipper's 3 unsung heroes. Fair shout,
it's
Skipper.
not like Skipper to be so controversial, you must admit that.
Good shout, Skipper.
What about him we signed for Aberdeen, Jim Bett? Did you see a kind of, another kind of quiet midfielder, but done well for us?
Yep. And the guy who played beside him, I know, Fox, Ian Redford.
Aye. He came from, was it Dundee he came from?
I think so. They played they played the same. I think we signed the two of them around about the same time. Jim Bett and Ian Redford. But Jim Bett was a fair player, Fox. That's a good shout and all, mate.
What a caps, isn't he?
Aye. A guy that stays no far from me is a Polaris, is his nickname, but a media is wee John McDonald. He scored a lot of goals for us, 77 goals he scored.
The Polaris.
Well, that's what they...
stats.
Yeah. Stats.
John McDonald's my young brother's best pal at school.
Aye. Well, young Joe, he stays no far from me. So he was you would call him an unsung hero. And Bobby Russell, I know, has been said here. They're stacks, guys. We could pick a team. Scott Nisbet, the Wonder Glove. But they were unsung heroes. The goal he scored in the Champions League was
That man bounced there the keeper.
Aye.
That crazy goal. Aye.
He becomes a hero for that Fox, doesn't he? You know, so there's stacks of players, you know, and I suppose, you know.
Well, there's that.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, you know, you players that were, I think a lot of players were really good players. They weren't, shall we say, they weren't big, high, well-known players to a certain extent. They were, like say, I think one of the boys has put something in the lobby now. Ian Ferguson, Bomber, these guys there were, shall we say, they weren't they, unless they were doing anything controversial, they weren't in the papers a lot. Let's put it that way. They did their job and got on with it. But I think they were well rewarded with caps and things like that. So I'm not too sure whether they would be quiet.
Here another one. Sorry to jump in, but
Go on there, pal.
It's come into my head there. Do you remember Bert Conterman?
Aye.
The goal. It was. Is it in the League Cup semi-final? Was it? He thunderbolt against them.
Yeah.
Was it? Is it Bert Conterman? Wasn't it? Aye,
absolutely, yeah. Conterman.
Aye,
yeah.
So that's another one, Bridge. You know.
Yeah, I'm saying that it depends
hero
on
that
classifying.
I don't know if he was a hero much in these Rangers.
No, but an unsung hero's always that you come on, you get your stats. He don't. Start telling us who they scored against. You know, we're trying to help you here.
Bert never scored many, mate.
Who's that?
Bert Conterman, he never scored many.
He scored maybe 3 or 4.
He gave a...
Had a good one in the lobby. Jimmy Bell, mate. What about Jimmy Bell and himself? You know, well done, Davy Lindsay.
One of the boys is saying there, Gary McSwiggan, just for that header against Marseille. Marsden Bear said that. Brilliant.
Aye.
I see the unsung heroes. I go way back into the 60s, and I think the Danish or Swedish boy we brought over, Kai Johansson. Wow. No, the right back, Kai Johansson.
Kai Johansson.
Fabulous.
Aye.
Wow, what a player. Well, there's Conterman's goal.
Put it up, aye.
Cushy numbers got it in there. What a screamer.
Aye. Well, that was a fantastic goal. Aye, some unsung heroes there right enough, you know. That was a good Genox, aye. We could have sat and discussed that all night, but definitely a few players there. Sergio Parini and all comes to mind, you know.
Aye, another consistent player.
Can I ask a question? Looking at that in the lobby there, why is that the Rangers end? It's empty.
That was the other end, mate.
Was it silly end? All right, that's all right then. What was going on there?
Aye.
What is going on here?
That was a great goal.
Oh, fabulous! Just fantastic goal.
Brilliant stuff.
Conterman, scream. Go. Other ones that who.
Another one.
Where?
I've got another one for you, mate.
Go on, pal.
Anton Rogan.
Oh! Yeah. Just stick that leg out there for us, Anton, will you?
Aye. Penalty.
Well said, pal. Well said.
Aye, there's no... The big Ulsterman and all, John McClellan, he was a great player for us and all. He never got... a lot of caps for Northern Ireland. He was a captain of Northern Ireland when he came to us, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What about Robert Pritz? Robert Pritz.
Robert Pritz, eh?
I remember him.
What did you rate him? The fuzzy hair, remember?
These were good players. Rangers didn't sign numpties, that's for sure. You know, he was a good player for sure. Good player.
There's signed Bert Conterman.
Right. Somebody could score a goal like that against them here. It must be
Nigel Spackman.
Well, that's Oxtear's one. Oxtear's great. He likes him.
Fantastic player, mate. Fantastic player.
Nigel Spackman's good.
I think he'd have been with us longer if it wasn't for the free foreigners rule coming in.
I remember that, mate. Aye.
So, can I just go way back to the mid-60s? And there was one guy that played for us, an ex-school teacher, Roger Hind. My goodness gracious, he pulled us out the ship for a couple of times. I thought he was an unsung hero for Rangers. Not the greatest footballer in the world, but just his strength and his shooting ability and things like that. He was really good midfielder for us.
Let us down in that 67 Cup Winners' Cup.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. He put him at centre forward, didn't he?
Aye.
See, when I started to go to see the Gers guys, right, I was 9 when I went to see. So when I can
was Tiger Shaw, Jimmy.
Tiger Shaw. You would have laughed. When
Did you have a pub in the Barton Road?
When I went, I remember going to Ironworks, and I remember it was Billy Ritchie in goal, and Jimmy Miller it was his last season, same name as myself, and Davy Wilson was playing, Davy Proven. God, I'm trying to remember all the names now. Obviously, wee Wally Henderson was there. No, that's when I went to see the guys. No, but I never seen Ralphie Brand play, mate. Ralphie Brand was 60. He was 65. I never started to go to the football about 68. But 67, 68 season, I started to go for.
Jimmy Miller was still playing then, was he?
Well, I'm not getting the stats. I went to see the year I went to see Rangers. Jimmy Miller played half of that season, as far as I know, and then he left.
Just for you.
Check it out for me, mate. I started going 67, 68, and Jimmy Miller was his. I remember going to the game and that, and his name got shouted at the time and that. And it's my name getting shouted at the old Rangers tannoy. But he left the end of that season, I'm sure. The stat man will tell us. But Davy Wilson also, Billy Ritchie. I never seen Harold Davis play. I know he was there about 65, 66. But you maybe know better about that, Bridger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Harold Davis.
Your forward line, the most famous forward line Rangers ever had was Henderson, McMillan, Miller, Brand, and Wilson. Scott, right. McMillan, Miller, Brand, and Wilson. Yeah. So Miller and Brand used to play together very well. And when Miller was injured, they had a boy used to come a guy called Max Murray.
You know what's in that team with Wally Henderson?
Henderson, McMillan,
Ronnie McKinnon, and the captain John Gregg. And
Greg McKinnon Baxter was your half back.
330 games, 169 goals, 1 sub appearance.
Who's that?
Jimmy Miller.
Right. So when did he leave for at Ox?
His last game was November 1966.
There you go.
So it must have been 66. I'd have been right. I was 9. Aye. I'd have been right. Aye. That was right. Aye.
Oh, they were that was a great side. It seemed to go on forever. Some of these players, brilliant.
Kai Johansson was a great player and all.
Blue Shadow said to me, "What about Mosey McNeil?"
you better ask Fox about that. What about Mosey McNeil then, Fox?
Shadow, you rascal! I'll get you back for that.
Somebody that came from up your way was Jim Forrest, mate. Came from Drumchapel Amateurs.
That's right. Aye, Jim Forrest. Aye. He was a player. I know he's no bad. Aye.
How he's not in the Hall of Fame. I know there's stats, but the goals that boy scored.
146 goals in 166 games, mate. That's what his record was.
He was just out of this world. Just out of this world. There's another unsung song here, the truth be told. Never get justification at all for some of the stuff he did. Just brilliant. We like Forrest. And sadly, he was a member of the team that lost in the final. The Cup Winners' Cup at the same in 1967.
I don't think he was, mate. I don't think he played for the games after Berwick.
Berwick Rangers, sorry. He was Berwick Rangers, I do apologise. Him and George McLean, Berwick Rangers.
A wee bit of start about this, Ox. When I went to first started to go and see the Gers, Jim Baxter had just left the season before that. So I seen Jim Baxter maybe 5-6 years later when he come back to Ibrox. And I think he only stayed maybe a season and a half, 2 seasons when he come back, when he was past his best, obviously. But I never seen Jim Baxter play in his heyday. But when I went to Ibrox, he'd left either the season or the season before that. I never seen him actually play at Ibrox in his what was deemed as the Baxter years. And I seen him when he come back, and I think it was 68, was it, he come back?
Bridge has always said he's the most overrated ever.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bye, Bridge. I'll tell you what, he was just wonderful to see. What a footballer. What a footballer. Wonderful to see. I'll tell you another two that were short-lived in the Rangers ranks. And I think Marsden just reminded me of them. Boom Song, fabulous player, and Queller. Two absolutely brilliant players that Rangers managed to sign. And they moved on. I don't think they were long. Don't have many big long sessions. I think Boom Song was only 6 months. 6 months or something like that, you know.
Here's a Scottish player, Andy Penman.
Andy Penman.
I loved Andy Penman.
He was the first I had ever heard of a sportsman who was diabetic, and he gave himself self-injection. That was the first I'd ever heard of that.
The stat man might tell us, I think he scored over 50 goals for Rangers. He was there for about 4 or 5 years.
For more wages, right?
Well, look, you're getting paid well, so don't be looking for any rise the same as the teachers now.
Oh, Marsden, there's a fabulous shout for Marsden Bear. Claudia Caniggia. Fantastic, what a player he was. Wow.
Aye, definitely. Aye, super tramp.
Aye, super tramp.
Oh, but what a player. Definitely, what a player. Aye, you know, what some fantastic players I've had, you know. 70s right through.
Penman.
Oh, Andy Penman, on you go.
Right, 154 games, 17 is sub, 49 goals, 3 penalties.
49 goals. Do you know a game I'll never forget? We were going to the Cup Winners' Cup final, 72, and we decided, Rangers said they wanted a game to give the squad a warm-up, and we played St Mirren at the Old Love Street, and we won 10-2. And if my memory serves me right, Andy Penman that night scored 5. He was a great player, Andy Penman. I loved him.
His last game involved with the club was an unused sub in Barcelona.
Yep, that's right. It was an unused sub. He's in the squad, in the picture there, unused sub, that's it. But what a player he was. Midfielder, I know. Oh, he's a midfielder, no a striker, and he scored 50 goals, 49 goals, you say?
Can you name any of the subs in that game?
Oh, Derek Parlane.
Goalkeeper.
Don't look it up.
No, don't give him time to look it up. Too late, he's looking it up. It was Jerry Neef was in goal. Well, he was the substitute goalkeeper. I think another one was Graham Fife. There was Penman. I think you're correct, I think, with that, and Parlane, and one more, a full back.
What, you trying to name the team?
No, that was the substitute.
Who was the goalkeeper?
Jerry Neef.
Oh, Jerry Neef, so it was. Do you know he's not even in the see the official picture for the team of the cup? They put out, that's a Jerry Neef wasn't even in the picture, yet the other subs were.
The other full back was Jim Denny.
One of the boys shouted that earlier on tonight, Jim Denny. Yeah, not a bad shout, actually. Not a bad shout.
Anyway, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening.
Have we? You better keep talking for 30 seconds till I find a tune.
Have you not looked at the agenda for the night, Fox?
It's alright, on you go. I'll dig out something.
There'll be a bad day with me on an agenda. Anyway, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Bridgeman. It's over to yourself, Bridge.
Great night tonight, guys. You can't talk about these things long enough, and every time someone shouts out in the lobby, absolutely brilliant memories you guys have got. They come flashing back to me as soon as I see the names. Absolutely brilliant, great memories, just amazing stuff, And can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, keep it going for the Rangers. Massive game coming up at the weekend. Keep it going because the Rangers need us.
This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers. Thanks for listening. Take it away, folks.